Hello, welcome to the Knife Yak channel. Today's topic of discussion is the Spyderco Native Chief. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. This is not going to be a complete review. I'm not going to tell you everything there is to know about this. I just want to make a couple of observations. But before I do, just a little bit about the construction. So this is the Spyderco Native Chief Lightweight salt version, which means that the blade is magna cut, so it has a good level of corrosion resistance, and it has the typical lightweight construction. In this case, there are no steel liners. It's just a injection molded fiberglass reinforced nylon handle. So the construction is very lightweight. For such a large knife, it feels very light in the hand, and it balances quite well. So got my tape measure here. The blade is just a tad over 4 inches in length, so I'm going to measure that and make sure. Yeah, it's just a smidgen over 4 inches. And the handle length is just a smidgen over 5 inches. As you can, I can't even get my camera on here. Hold on. Let's see. So yeah, just a tiny bit over 5 inches. For my purposes, I always like to notice or find out whether or not it'll fit in the Benchmade pouch, which it will, I think. Just about right. This is about the maximum handle length that you can effectively use in the Benchmade soft sheath. So that works perfectly for belt pouch carry. And yeah, so this thing's really big. Did I mention that? I'm going to do a little size comparison for you here. I'll line this up with the pivot on the 8-inch line on my grid. And so this is the Spyderco Endura Wharncliffe version. And here we have the Spyderco Military 2. And so the pivots are all on that line, and you can kind of see. Now I got to move my camera a little bit here so you can see them all. So there, you can kind of see how long this thing is. Its blade length is about the same as the military, but the handle is actually a tad shorter. But yet, for some reason, it just feels really long in the hand. And so if you got really gigantic hands, you'll probably love the Native Chief. You can get a lot of hand on there and still have plenty of, it's like if you put your finger in that index finger choil, you've got literally half of the handle that's not even used. So if you bring your hand back a little bit, you still got all kinds of handle there, so you don't get any of that effect that you sometimes get where if you put your fingers in that indentation there, it feels like you don't have a whole lot to hang on to. Well, here you do. So that's great, right? If you like a nice big long knife. Oh, and by the way, it's a back lock. Some people hate back locks just for the simple, stupid reason that they've been around for a long time. But I kind of like the back lock. It is not a problem for me. I kind of dig it. Great, no problem with the back lock. The lockup is very snug, very secure. It feels strong. Although it is a lightweight plastic handle, it doesn't feel as strong or robust as the Endura, which has the steel liners, for example. It's just not as heavy, but I think it's a lot stronger than it looks. And I don't know, comparing it to the Manix 2 lightweight, has exactly the same construction as far as the handle is concerned. Again, no liners. But because the Manix handle is shorter, it makes it feel thicker, which I don't think it is. It's actually about the same in terms of the thickness of the handle, linerless scales. But yeah, the shorter handle on the Manix just makes the whole thing feel more robust. So I don't know if the I just can't really imagine how I would break this, but if you like a stronger, more solid construction, then yeah, you'd probably like the Endura or the military better. I think I would like the I think I might like the Native Chief better in the G10 version, although it's significantly more expensive and I bought this version because I wanted the MagnaCut corrosion resistant blade, and it's only available in the lightweight version. So that's a trade-off. I'm perfectly happy with it the way it is. I don't worry about breaking it. Although I will admit I haven't used this knife hard. What I want to talk about, the thing about this knife that really draws my attention more than anything else is the clip as it relates to the texture of the handle. As is the case with many Spyderco lightweight knives, or FRN handled knives, it has this bidirectional texture. So it's very grippy. It has these little waffle shaped little crater ridges, which are oriented in such a way that it provides friction when you pull against it in both directions, either this way or that way. It just grabs on. So it's very secure in the grip. But the problem with that is, because the knife has such a long handle, the standard clip, which is exactly the same as the clip on other Spyderco knives, the clip is the exact same length. This is a Delica, by the way, so it has the exact same clip. And usually the clips on Spyderco knives generally have this non-textured landing pad where the contact point of the clip is, and so you don't get a lot of friction right underneath the clip, as you can see on this Manix, right? And on this Delica, it has an oval-shaped pad with the Spyderco logo on there, and the contact point of the clip comes down exactly right in the middle of that little oval, which is great because when you go to pull it out of your pocket, it doesn't grab hold too tight, right? Here we have the on the Endura, you can see that they have to use a longer oval-shaped clip resting pad, and in this case, the clip the clip comes down not right in the middle of it, but sort of off to one end of it, but you still get a fair amount of that pad underneath the contact point of the clip. Now, the problem with the Native Chief is that the handle is so long that even with the oval-shaped landing pad, the clip, whether you mount, in this case I have it mounted for on the pivot end for tip down carry, but I had it on the mounted for tip up carry originally, and in either case the clip contact point doesn't really it barely touches the very edge of that landing pad. So yeah, the problem is the waffle traction pocket ripper ridges, which come all the way to where the contact point is. So when you go to pull this out of your pocket, it grabs hold like it's never going to let go. I solved that problem by actually bending the clip out a little bit. So it still touches, but it's not as tight as it was. So if you compare, for example, on this Delica, the clip is very tight. And on this Endura, the clip is very tight. So on this one, the clip is looser now. You can lift it up more easily. So that way I can put this onto my pocket and pull it out of my pocket without feeling like I'm going to tear my pants. So this would be something that Spyderco might want to think about if they ever decide to redesign this knife. Maybe that little oval could be longer or something, just so you can get more a more frictionless environment right underneath the place where the clip is the tightest. But all things considered, I like the knife. I'm not gonna throw it away because the clip is a little bit tight. But yeah, I fixed that. It's better now. I can use it like any other knife, and it's fine. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to talk about today. Maybe get that off my chest. I feel better now. It's very therapeutic having a knife review channel. So yeah. Anyway, it's a good knife. I like it. I recommend it. And thanks for watching.